What's happening, everybody? Jay Shockblast here.
And this is Sasquatch.
And we're here today to celebrate the birth of a man, 91 years old, the most important man in all of comic book history, I would say. Would you agree?
One of the most important men, yes.
Alright, no, most important. Absolutely.
I don't know. Jack Kirby was another guy.
Alright, well, we're not talking about Jack Kirby, we're talking about Stan the Man, Stan Lee. Today is December 28th, 2013, and 91 years old. Just incredible. And he's in a Lego video game. So, obviously Stan Lee, we've seen him over the years in all the different Marvel movies, making his, cameos. So obviously he's making lots of cameos in this Lego Marvel Superheroes, which is pretty appropriate, I think. Gets in his token catchphrase, Excelsior, quite often.
It's called Excelsior.
Excelsior. My bad. I don't even know why I said that. So, anyway, he, let's see if he can turn to Hulk midair. Nope. And, yeah, so, many of the, you have to jump off where, it tells you to press A at the jumping pad. So, many of the characters created by Stan Lee are some of the most iconic characters in the history of comic books, including, obviously, Spider-Man, who we see him kind of acting as right now. Another one would be the Incredible Hulk, who, you can see he turns into in this game. Some of the other ones he worked on, I don't know if he's completely the creator or if he just, put in significant work on the character at the beginning. Because, Jack Kirby was obviously pretty important, too, with all of this. But some of the other ones were, Iron Man, Fantastic Four, Daredevil, The Avengers, and I think he even had a hand in the X-Men, didn't he?
He created the X-Men.
He created the X-Men. So
The original 5, though.
The original 5, which were Cyclops, Jean Grey,
Beast, Angel, and Iceman.
Yeah, there we go.
And Professor X.
And Professor X.
But he did create the beginning characters of the X-Men lore, like Magneto, the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, the Sentinels. So he was the foundation. However, the most popular X-Men character, Wolverine, was not created by him. At that point, he was running Marvel Comics instead of, writing and creating characters. But in the 60s, he took chances on characters that nobody thought would actually last very long. And lo and behold, they are the most popular, characters of all time.
And who are some of those guys?
You got the Fantastic Four, which I'm playing against Human Torch right now. Obviously, you got Thor, even though he didn't create Thor. Actually, if you read one of our YouTube comments,
he's a Norse god.
Yeah, he said he was a Norse god, and then Marvel didn't create him. While that is true, the Thor that we know, which is the costume and everything else, was, however, created by Stan Lee. And so the Thor that we know in Marvel Comics was done by him, with the split personality, the story of him getting banished by Odin, all that. That wasn't in the mythological, stories. So, in a way, he did create Thor. Then you got the most important, you got Iron Man. And then he created the Avengers, where the Marvel Comics brought in an old character from the World War II comics, from Timely Comics, which was what Marvel was eventually turned into. And they picked up Captain America. However, Jack Kirby created Captain America, not Stan Lee, but both were working on the Avengers at the time, and he brought in an old character that he had done.
I love the fact that Iceman has these ice tracks. That's not obviously Angel, it's Archangel, but the same character. So yeah, happy birthday, Stan Lee, 91 years old. Just amazing career, amazing person. just really changed the lives of millions and millions of people, and
probably billions at this point.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, honestly, just his influence. I would say he's one of the most influential people in human history. I mean, if you really want to think about it, just the amount of lives, a lot of his creations and characters have touched. We talk about people like Shakespeare, and, granted, Shakespeare is a proper writer and stuff like that. But, Spider-Man and Iron Man and, all these characters are, like, literally some of the biggest characters in story, not just, comics and stuff like that. They kind of transcend all that at this point.
Well, they're multimedia stars, in a way. I mean, well, look at Spider-Man alone. He's got comics, video games, toys, movies, Broadway plays.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, you got to start thinking about the big picture of, Stan Lee and just where he kind of ranks in the history of human literature. Not just, comic books and stuff like that. So, once again, we want to take a minute today on his special day to talk about Stan Lee. Wish him a happy birthday. 91 years, just amazing. I can only hope that we live to be 91 and still be as active. And, you wouldn't even tell that he's 91 years old. I mean, the guy just lives a really active life. Still gets himself into all the movies. It's pretty awesome. So, yeah. Happy birthday, Stan Lee. Thank you for everything you have brought.
You do know he's secretly Wolverine. He's going to outlive us all.
Probably. Would not doubt it whatsoever. So, that's pretty much it. We've got some other stuff going on that we're going to get going on. And but without any further ado, thanks again. Actually, you know what? Not only was he involved with, Marvel, during all their, important, starting years and stuff like that, but, he also did that Just Imagine series with DC Comics.
Oh, God.
Where he kind of reimagined some of the characters.
What if Stan Lee created the big DC characters?
Yeah.
And we're kind of glad he stuck with Marvel.
Right.
I mean, just Google Just Imagine Stan Lee, and look what he did with Batman.
Yeah, so I mean, hey, can't win them all. I mean, obviously, if you look at some of his, creations, Solar Man didn't exactly last that long. Sergeant Fury.
Sergeant Fury, that's Nick Fury.
Nick Fury, never mind.
Sergeant Fury and the Howlin' Commandos.
That's right. And, you do have Silver Surfer. He was definitely, great with Silver Surfer. While he didn't create... I don't know if did he create Submariner? I mean, we're kind of... I'm not going to lie. We're looking at Wikipedia right now. Make sure we name everybody. And it's talking about, the Strange Tales and the Tales to Astonish.
I do believe he did create...
and Tales of Suspense. Those were different collections of stories. I think these are all different characters he created. Human Torch, Doctor Strange, Nick Fury, Ant-Man, Giant Man, Submariner, Iron Man, not Captain America, obviously. So, obviously had a hand in all this. So 91 years old, Stan Lee. Thank you for all you've done. Excelsior.
Yes, Excelsior.
Yes. So we will catch you with our next video. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Stan Lee flashing the X and laughing about it. He just... such a silly guy, you know?
I'm rich.
We'll catch you guys in a bit. Happy birthday, Stan.